road, enjoying a spring weekend morning drive. We're going to go ahead and fill up our diesel fuel tank, and we're going to add some BIO KLEEN. Apparently 1 ounce will treat up to 20 gallons, and that is how we will prevent algae from growing in our fuel system again. Now, which parts of the fuel system were not cleaned? Let's see. Anything that was in the injection pump or the high pressure injection pump hard lines. So everything else was cleaned thoroughly, and I'm going to count on the BIO KLEEN to address any remaining algae that might have survived last weekend's onslaught. And we have plenty of pollen this weekend. This car is parked indoors, but it really doesn't matter. The pollen just gets in everywhere. It just blows all over the place. The car seems to be running just fine though. If I had to say whether or not I could detect that the car was running better or worse, or had more power or less power, I think it's a little too early for that. I don't know, I might be leaning towards a slightly elevated level of performance based on, you know, the fuel is just better. I can only assume that getting all that rust and algae out of the fuel system would make it run better. I think it does crank better, but I'm gonna keep my foot out of it because I've only got a couple of gallons of diesel fuel in this car. And after we fill up and add the BIO KLEEN to the diesel tank, then we'll put our pedal to the metal and see if there's any change in performance. All right, the pump says we got 16.9 gallons, and I pretty much filled it up to the brim though. So that means that we had, let's see, that means we've got a little over 20 gallons in this. I was thinking this was an 18.5 gallon tank, but I could be wrong about that. But right now we're going to go ahead and put 1 ounce of BIO KLEEN in our fuel tank. Well, in every project I like to think that there's some sort of a positive hard result, and with this project we've got a measurable one. My fuel gauge reads full now, okay? And before, I could fill the tank to the brim with fuel, it would never read all the way full. It would always stop about 7/8 or maybe 3/4 of the way up. But and that's because the fuel sending unit was all gunked up with algae. So, but it's all clean now and it reads nice and full. So let's head on back to the shop. All right, so we've been riding around here in our little test drive after our fill up for several minutes, and I think I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that my engine performance is slightly better than it was before. It seems to run a little smoother, be a little more responsive. I think it's definitely a positive result in cleaning out that tank and getting rid of all the algae and the rust and whatnot, because it was my pre-filter was constantly being stopped up with rust particles. Alright, I eased up because the speed limit on this road is still only about 40, so I better back off and get on back down to the legal zone. But the engine's running really nicely. Well, that's all for now. Just wanted to upload a quick little vlog and let you guys know how well the car was running after we finished our fuel tank cleaning job. Alright, appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.